I'm here with Donna Dakey today, an energy wellness consultant, and we're going to demonstrate the Happy Tap with EFT, one of our holistic EFT signature techniques. Relatively simple to do, very effective, and you can do it on virtually any issue. Let's see what Donna would like help with, some area to improve. And the idea is to use the word yes in your EFT affirmation. Yes is a very powerful word. It's a word for confidence, for energy, for building momentum for what you want, for clearing. So many positive things can come. Of course, you don't want to say yes to negative things that excluded, but something that's healthy, that's soulful, that is a higher desire for you. So let's see where Donna is, what she's interested in today to help with. Donna?
I think today I will focus on following my soul's calling and not my head, following more of my soul's lead on shifts that I'm making in life.
Okay.
And maybe that's too many words.
No, that's a good start, but we want to make it then specific. So, and for EFT to work, it's good to take a general problem if you can and get a specific incidence of it. So can you think of a time that you were following not your...
Yeah, well, I do it often.
Your heart or soul?
Yeah, I do it all the time. Well, I've done it all throughout this holistic career of mine, which really in all has been about 10 years. But I have very big creative ideas. I'm a very creative person, but I always think somebody else is doing that better, so I don't do it. You know what I mean? And I've really been working on that. And if I see a really cool holistic center, I think, nope, somebody else is doing it. Mm-hmm. So I'll go small. You know what I mean? So
so can you focus on a time where, say, you were thinking of a holistic center? And
currently, right now. Okay.
So you got it in your mind. So you got a specific.
Mm-hmm.
That will
and I've talked myself out of it many times, but I'm looking at property on Sunday. Okay. Again.
For a holistic healing center type thing. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
So let's focus in on the specific, and it will probably generalize to other areas too. But the other way around, it may not to be general about everything, and then it may not fit the specific. So specifically, when you focus on that time, Donna, just recently when you were comparing yourself negatively to others, what kind of feeling does that come up in you?
Well, listen, it probably all boils down to courage, which is the opposite of fear. So fear on different levels, not fear necessarily of failure, fear of giving up certain things to do this, fear, but also being so called to do it.
Fear of what was the word?
Fear of just giving up some things in order to do it, but yet I feel so called to do it because there's a creative aspect, but also the desire to create this type of space.
Right. So is it a fear of loss? That may be a common fear.
Well, not even so much. No, because I'm really viewing it in a way that it may not cost that much for me to do. It's fear. Well, there is the fear of loss of time. Do I really want to run a center?
Lots. So you said giving up something. If you're giving up, that means you're losing it. Is that correct?
Yes.
So and what are you losing?
So I would be losing time, but yet it's trumped by the calling. It's been calling for many years.
All right. Well, you sort of have the yes in it and the no in it right there.
Yeah. So, but I think, okay, so may I just go on one other idea about the fear of it not being received in my community, because which is probably more of a fear. If I'm going to focus on a type of concern, it would be that.
Fear of rejection?
Rejection sounds
It's not,
harsh.
that may be, what would be your words? You're not being
Fear
accepted.
of, well, I guess
Criticism?
fear, lack of, yeah, it would be rejection, and it wouldn't be received in my community.
Right. That's kind of a harsh word, but that may be
But it
underlying more
equates to rejection,
unconsciously what
probably.
we're
Yeah.
really, that could be the quote boogeyman of fear in this case, which is common to many people. Okay, so fear of rejection, 1 out of 10 on the SUDS level, standard units of distress, 10 being the highest, 1 being very little. The fear of rejection in this particular situation would be
6.
And the fear of loss of time, 1 out of 10.
4.
4. So it is stronger fear of rejection.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
So we have the first part, and again, we want to shape it to your words. Even though I have this fear of rejection by my community, is it? I'm saying yes to. What are you saying yes to?
Acceptance.
Yes to acceptance.
Yes to bravery. Can I come up with a list of words?
Yeah, that bravery. Yeah, because you can't.
I can't determine the acceptance.
To accept you, but you can be brave. I'm saying yes to bravery because.
You know what? I'm actually going to choose a different word. I'm going to say I'm going to choose confidence. Confidence.
I'm saying yes to confidence because.
Because I will be successful.
Okay.
Is that what we're after?
Okay, I'll be successful. Okay, well, I'm saying yes to bravery because I will be successful. Okay. Or I'm just thinking one other possibility, I will find a way to succeed. Do you like that? Or are you like, I will be successful?
No, I usually find a way to succeed. I feel okay there. One of my favorite quotes is she knew she can and so she did. And so I think it's more just a confidence, probably. Confidence that I will succeed, not being concerned about the failure of it.
Okay, I think we're on to, what was the quote there that you cited?
She knew she could and so she did.
All right.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so now we've crafted the statement, which is really the key part. That's the key that unlocks the door to your success in this case, shall we say. And that is, even though I have this fear of rejection, and you can say by your community, or I say yes to confidence because I will succeed.
Wow.
Now,
okay, maybe you should write that down.
Well, I'm writing down, taking notes for you, and I want you to make any edits. So why don't you say that while you're doing the EFT, and if you want to edit.
Okay, I think that sounds really good. It's just remembering the sequence. So can you lead?
Okay, so even though I have this fear of rejection.
Even though I have this fear of rejection.
I'm saying yes.
I'm saying yes to confidence that I will succeed.
Good.
Right? Even though I have this fear of rejection, I am saying yes to confidence that I will succeed. Even though I have this fear of rejection, I am saying yes to confidence that I will succeed.
Right. Now we're going to tap the EFT points, the top of the head point and the eyebrow point, either or both sides, 5 to 7 times lightly. On each point, then the side of the eye, the key pressure points. And we're saying this, it could be this fear, you could say.
This rejection, this fear.
Yeah. And then under the nose, this fear of rejection. Yeah.
This fear of rejection.
And this fear of rejection.
This fear of rejection.
The collarbone, this fear of rejection.
Rejection.
Under the arm, either or both sides, a few inches, sort of right under the armpit. Yeah. This fear of rejection, and we do the reset process in holistic EFT where you're integrating the head on both sides of your head, the left and right brain on the top of the head, and then you go to the tapping the heart, integrating this issue into your heart, and you take a deep breath. Okay, that was one round of the happy tap with EFT. for your situation. So now we'll measure the SUDS level, the standard units of distress, see what's occurred. So the question then is, what are you experiencing now? What are you feeling regarding that situation?
The rejection probably down to a 3 or 4, and that's kind of what I was focusing on, the rejection factor.
So that was one round. Okay, anything else you're noticing?
Yeah, well, I tell you, yeah, it's funny, and it's moving because I feel it in my solar plexus. You know what I mean? So it's moving, and I wasn't even aware of it before, but now I'm aware of it in my solar plexus.
You're feeling energy moving.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other feelings
it's more physical than thought feelings, or is that what you're asking me?
Yeah. Well, I'm just wondering if there's anything, but the fear is still the same fear. It's reduced by about 40 to 60% from 6 to 3 or 4. Okay. So shall we do another round on it?
Sure. Yeah.
So remaining fear, we're tapping the points again. Remaining fear.
Remaining fear. Remaining rejection.
And the eyebrow point, remaining fear.
Remaining fear.
Side of the eye, remaining fear.
Remaining fear.
Under the eye, remaining fear.
Remaining fear.
Under the nose, remaining fear.
Remaining fear.
And the chin point, remaining fear.
Remaining fear.
The collarbone point, remaining fear.
Remaining fear.
Remaining fear. And while we're resetting, we're yeah, good. I'm a little ahead of you. There you go. I'm following you. Okay, we're saying yes here. Integrating and saying yes in our heart. Taking a deep breath.
It shifted down to like a 1. It's barely there.
Right. And it will continue to shift. We can do a little floor to ceiling eyebrow where you're tapping that little point between the 2 knuckles. And it's a brain balance, and you keep your head straight. And then lower your eyes to the floor and slowly raise to the ceiling to get often just finishes the process for an integration. Take a deep breath. Good. And a pause there. So when you're thinking now, Donna, about going forward with your center, the community and so forth, what's coming to mind now?
She knew she could, and so she did.
How's your confidence?
It's better. It's definitely better. I mean, I feel, good about it.
So you can happy tap with that phrase about saying yes to more confidence now. Anything else you're aware of or want to mention just from this process?
Well, other than it's amazing how it works, it really, really is. And it's never something that you get tired of using. You know what I mean? You use it sometimes just once a day, some days not at all, some days several times. It's just a really great tool.
And Donna's also enrolled in our holistic coaching and healing with EFT certification training. So she's doing a lot of processes like this too regularly, besides all the other things she brings to the table.
Yeah.
In general. But thank you, Donna, for being
Thank you. Thanks, Philip.
doing some happy tap with us.
All right. Thank you.